Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Nerd channel. My view of everything creative and nerdy is a pop of juicy, juicy tea. I'm still playing around with it. This was probably going to change each and every time. On the other channel, I'm like, okay, let's, get some good, standard, some concrete, but I like playing around with this one. So, and one day I might come up with something where I'm just like, yes. But right now, with everything else I'm trying to work on and on a budget and with my disability, yeah. And yeah, a lot. This summer has been, it kind of reminds me of my 2020 summer. And most people are like, yeah, that was COVID. No big, no, that's the year. Yeah, not only COVID, but I had my surgery and I was going through very, like, some painful tests and blood work and so many, like, oh, what do you call those scan things? You got to get into that machine, your whole body, and they scan your body. And then sometimes they put a needle with like mercury and stuff. So then you got to drink a whole lot of water to get it out your system and stuff. And it's like, what the crap? Oh man, not nanograms. What do you, is it? I don't know. What I it's like, good thing I'm not a doctor. And he was like, I had so many of those too. And I will tell the whole story about the one I've mentioned, the one jerk who, when my disability was acting up during the test, he was being mean to me, and I was undiagnosed, so I didn't know what was going on, and but the younger guy like was being an absolute just despicable, awful person, and but the older guy, like, I still think he thought that I was just making it up or whatever, but he at least, took a step back and figured out a way so that I could get it over with. Because trust me, I had to be in that machine for over an hour. Why would I want to prolong it? Why would I want to prolong? Like, no, no, I want to live my life. No. So for the jerk, the no good for nothing jerk that literally was just saying, like, he literally said it was my fault. And he was like, if you would just stay still. And he kept saying that. And it's just like, And when I said I can't control it, yeah, he said a few things where, And yeah, let's just say, Henry Ford, Henry Ford. You should be ashamed. Yeah. Because that's one reason why I have no problem talking about Oakley University and just Henry Ford. And I'm going to be talking about other places by name, especially the clearly a mistake of a university that's like the no good ableist dean. Like, he hired, like, virtual hiring. He had no problem with me virtually, but once he saw that I had a walker, ignored me the entire semester. So, so yeah. So when it comes to opening a business with a disability, it's they say it's who you know, not what you know. So I'm gonna have to do some networking, but I'm gonna have to double or triple or just tenfold my networking because a lot of people might see me as Black woman disability. She's like stereotype as lazy or dramatic or the, like, how they talk about Black women and stuff like that, and or just, yeah, the disability, like, oh, she won't last, and she should stay indoors. And on the other channel, I will be talking about how the Republicans, the so-called Christian, like, and this is why, like, I talked about this about a year ago too. And oh, I had thumbs down, because I was just like, who are more Christian? Christians or atheists, or Christians or non-Christians? Because it's really funny how Christians want to play the Christian game, because almost everything that they're supposed to be for, almost everything that's in the Bible when, those situations come up, they don't do. Feeding the hungry. Remember when that girl called all those churches? Remember who passed, who failed. But now, even with what's going on in Dearborn, love thy neighbor, unless they're Muslim. That's how a lot of these people are acting, and especially the church community and their church protests. But then also for the disability community, they're trying to make it like against the law that communities have to be welcoming for the disabled community, and that with Medicaid or with money that goes towards them, they want to take it away to as many as possible. And if you can't work for the money, then you will go into a private or for profit, like, not, well, it's kind of like an insane asylum but for the disabled community. And you're going to be, because it's going to be illegal to be homeless, because they're trying to take them off of section 8 and things, to the point where it's either going homeless or having to be in those disabled homes. That's what the Republicans are doing. That's what they are working on. So if you voted for the Orange Man, if you are part of MAGA, if you are a Republican, and oh, if you are a Republican and you have an invisible disability, screw you. Okay? Screw you. I don't like, yeah, they say love thy neighbor, and I love all my neighbors, unless you show that you are against like a large part of humanity, that you're heartless and selfish. When you're that selfish and awful and terrible and demeaning, and you think that little of people when you don't understand those people, especially with how many people that I know with invisible disabilities who brag to me about their invisible disability, and then a couple of them voted MAGA because they're just like, well, even if they do put laws with disabilities, no one knows I have one, so I can hide it. Do you know how despicable that makes you? But I want to talk about this on the other channel, but whoo. And why do I talk about this stuff? Because my main characters have disabilities. I have a disability. Starting a business with a disability, so many people have no idea what we go through, what we have to fight, what we have to say and do and perform sometimes. It's despicable and just a nightmare. But okay, this is going to be an episode. Oh, first, get that patty, like, or, ooh, get that cold, nice, bubbly boba out. Because, yeah, it's like, I kind of feel like, you know what? Yeah, so you can grab petty tea if you want, but I love boba. That's one of my favorite drinks. And actually, I'm working on my own boba combination recipes for a specific character for one of the series. Actually, so yeah, I'm kind of excited about that. So, anyway, take that deep breath, because if you're stressing out, if anyone's telling you that you will not be able to fulfill a goal, screw them. Just like the haters that I was just talking about, screw them, whatever. They can skip on to some other whatever. Yeah, leave you alone. So I'll just say, pump some good music. Find authentic friends that have your back and that will listen to you, and you listen back to them too, right? Okay, yeah. If they have a dream, encourage them, help them out too, as long as it's legal. As long as it's legal. It's like, do you know how many guys on these dating apps, they try to tell me some of the stuff they're doing? I'm like, nope, 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 nope. Mm-mm. That ain't legal. That ain't, no, no. Block, block, unmatch, unmatch, unmatch. So yeah. Okay. So now we're gonna kind of go back into the She-Hulk, and all of that makes sense, or the political and even the dating apps. All of that matches with what I'm talking about today, because the fact that She-Hulk, she's the same person. It's like she's just shaped differently compared to the Hulk. He's multi personality. Basically, he has personality disorder, multi personality disorder. So, with so many things, and even memories and relationships. Like, like even with the Hulk, like that will he remember meeting a person again as a different form and stuff like that? Because She Hulk will. And especially when She Hulk is going on the dates. Remember when she went out with that doctor? He was so cute too. I was like, oh, I hope I see him in some other stuff. I mean, I'm sorry, he was cute. And it would be so great if he was on Grey's Anatomy for for a couple episodes, like a guest or whatever. And yeah, it's like because since he played a doctor already, he played a doctor already. He might as well just continue playing a doctor. And he could be Doctor Hot Cocoa. Ow, or oh no, he's more complexion of like a macchiato, so maybe hot macchiato. But anyway, sorry, how do you like your coffee? It's like, yeah, how do you like your coffee? I like, you know what I'm getting at. Anyway, but if I had a chance to interview and talk to She Hulk and the Hulk, but I really want to talk to She Hulk, I would have some really, like, if she would allow me to ask her anything, because especially with my novel, with my characters, some of my character, like, especially with the first ones, they're going to have superpowers. With some of their superpowers, they can use their powers in bed. And I want to know, especially since when she changes, she's a different height and different proportions. I want to know, like, is the sense of touch the same? And, like, are the same body parts stimulated the same? Or is one form a poke or flicker, or and the other one is more of a, I'm not going to go too far in it, because if you guys got kids, like, I try to be parent friendly, like, because if you want to listen to this while your kids are around, okay. So, but yeah, I'm gonna do another part of this on Patreon. Yeah, so that way, yeah, once you get to the Patreon side, you can't have kids around. Yeah, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. So, but yeah, I would want to ask her: do her sexual cravings, do they stay the same as both in both forms? And with the Hulk, I would guess so, because they're different people, different identities. And because even in episode one, the Hulk was shocked. He was like, "You're still you? You remember this? You do?" Like, they're totally different concepts of the same experiment. And even She Hulk was like, "So I'm better?" And he was like, "No, just different." She's like, "No, I'm better." I love her confidence in that. And it's sad that she doesn't have that much confidence with dating and things, but also with her fashion. I'm just like, with all the women around you, with all the other characters, how come they are slaying? Because, oh, her friend, her paralegal, oh, I loved her outfits. Oh, I loved her outfits. I was like, honey, oh, yes. Like, okay, she's your paralegal, but let her dress you. Let her dress, like, yeah, you gotta be a lawyer, but that don't mean you gotta be a stiff. Come on, girl. And then even with her hair, it's like I love, like, hey, I'm black. I got curly. I got kinks. And I'm just like, why couldn't she do something cute with her curly hair? And I think that with a lot of shows, like even that did the Disney The Princess Diaries one. It's like she had curly hair, and but with the makeover, oh, now you're beautiful because you have straight hair. What about our curly hair? What about our natural hair? It's like one day it would be really nice, because especially with watching social media now, and you see people celebrating the natural curly hair. Can we have a makeover? Like, can we have like a movie or show where within the makeover they like just treat the curls and spoil the curls to the point where they're just like, ooh, they bounce now, you know? As I think that would be amazing and beautiful. But yeah, you always see, oh, now you're beautiful because your hair is straight. Okay, boring. Okay, whatever. And but then, yeah, I'll get that to it on another day. But with her, I don't know if they had a season two. I mean, they were already learning how to dress She Hulk, but I want her to have her glow up. I want her to be like, like, because even during the family dinner, oh, I was cringing because I understand all of the times, like, oh, you lost your job. Oh, I know someone who could do your hair like She Hulk, and it's like they were basically telling her, yeah, be the non-green version of you, and or but be the be She Hulk in human form, and she's she's who she is, and I think I was hoping that in season two they would dive more into who she is, because with the first season, yeah, she is showing and expressing who she is as She Hulk and the different feminine things she has to fight that the Hulk doesn't, and how she can handle pressure and emotions better because we were brought up to do that. And especially with mansplaining, and then with our cycles and postpartum and just everything within society, we have to automatically. And also, it was like, I would, oh, okay, first. With her paralegal, oh, I was so hoping she was going to end up with that other hottie in the superhero division. Oh, because they were so cute. I might have said this in the first episode. I don't know. I don't care. Oh my, like, 'cause I don't, he was, oh, he's so cute. He is so handsome. And I don't know why. It's just like, yeah, it's like, he's like, yeah, it's like, he's cute. And even like when they were negotiating on the fashion, and also at the end of the last episode when the paralegal's in the car and trying to give him directions while he is quote unquote undercover, but he did a terrible I mean, okay, he ended up doing an okay job, but I'm like, come on, what? So I'm like, are they gonna hire somebody to go undercover for now on? Oh, like kind of like the extraordinary lawyer Woo Young Woo. I like, oh, her love interest. Ooh. And I guess, yeah, it's like I need to start rewatching some of my favorite shows that had amazing love interests. And also, especially Extraordinary Lawyer Woo Young Woo, because there's been so many people who told me I will never find love. I will always have a, like, kind of like Hades' Tale. I will have a beautiful tragedy. And when you look at She Hulk, she doesn't have a disability, but having that superpower now handicaps her original form because everybody wants She Hulk. And she was already not really getting that much attention. So now people ask, like, the lawyer, her business side, wants her to stay in normal form. But dating and family and so much of society wants her to be in She Hulk form. But then parts of dating wants her to, like, they don't want her at all because they can't handle the strong, independent, beautiful She Hulk. But I wish her other side was like, I hope that the She Hulk over time would have taught her that she's the same person. She is just as strong and capable and able and beautiful. She has the same heart. She wants to help people, but in the courtroom, but now she's going to be helping people in and out of the courtroom. But yeah, I mean, we won't see that because they wouldn't do a season two. Like, you're going to keep hearing me say that because I really wanted a season two. Because especially with Daredevil, ow. Because I was just like, we don't even get a shirtless scene of Daredevil. We don't get one. But I mean, I know he had his own. And see, he had his. Never mind. Never mind. But it's like, that, like, after one of the nights or whatever, when it's time for breakfast, he can come out from the shower, like, they've done it in other of these Marvel stuff, so they could have done that with him too. So, yeah. But I also wonder with Daredevil, with the way he sees, was he, is he able to see the difference with her? And I know he can touch her hair so he knows like the curly versus the long and everything, but I don't know. It's like it really bothers me how like one of the only guy or well, the only guy that authentically liked her was blind. And so they couldn't see her natural beauty and who she is like physically authentically. I love that he heard her and saw how big her heart is and stuff like that, and how she's genuinely not perfect and stuff and stubborn like him, and like wanting to be the leader and determined. Like, yeah, there's a lot of similarities with both of them that I was just like, ooh, this is gonna get spicy. I like it. But yeah, I think they could have done so much with her, and especially as a woman, and the beauty standards and things. And oh, even the fact that like at the very end, the Hulk was like, "I got a son." What the what? But that makes me wonder if she like okay, this would not be in season 2, but if she did get pregnant, it's like what how would that be? What would like what doctor is going to be able to help her through the pregnancy? And what equipment will she be able to use the same type of equipment, and or will she need the Hulk's binder to research and look into like even the vitamins, because women can even lose their teeth because like if they're not taking the right vitamins, the baby will literally take it wherever they can get it. And so since it is a Hulk, they might need to do more research on that, on which vitamins and nutrients and what she needs to eat or what she has to do. And especially like in order to not miscarry or whatever. And when she delivers, oh my gosh, to, yeah. Well, oh, will she have to be in Hulk form or human form? And if she's in human form, will the baby come out in human form? Because, yeah, that's one thing that I kind of worry about, because would she have to be in Hulk form just in case the baby comes out in Hulk form? The size is gonna be different. The size will be different. So I don't know. These are some of the things that I've been thinking about because again, I like watching Supergirl, the movie, and then She-Hulk and Miss Marvel and some of the other the female superhero movies. Everyone keeps calling this a flop, that's a flop, and oh, these are bad, that's bad. And it's like, when are women gonna get it right? And I know male, but then there a lot of them are, they're written by and created by men. So is the issue that men are writing it? So like, and that's one reason why I'm reading articles, I'm watching them, I'm looking at them, and the thing is I like them, but part of me is like, but if I'm the only one that likes it, when I write my book, I want everyone to enjoy, but I know not everybody. And I know it's going to be people that lean left because, again, my character is going to be a black woman with a disability. MAGA Republicans, anyone who loves the orange man, they don't like me. They don't like my presence, or they try to tell me how I should live my life, or that I'm not supposed to be born like this, or I must be possessed and stuff like that. It's sad too. Or oh, and also you're not supposed to date. You're not supposed to be married. Because yeah, a lot of people have even told me, "Oh, well, you're not supposed to date. It's like that means you're going to be taking a good man from another woman. Why would you want to do that?" Yeah, yeah. And there's so many reasons why I started my YouTube channel, and even if it just turns out being a public diary, people don't know the things I've heard over the decades, the hurtful, awful, terrible things before being diagnosed, after being diagnosed. It's pretty sad and pathetic. And because I think that's one reason why I really, really loved the series, because without my disability, people always pointed out like why I'm not supposed to be like this, and you're lying and you want attention and just walk right, and or go to a different doctor. But then when I tried to go to a different doctor, my mom said if I did, she would, yeah, yeah. So I've been through it, and now with my disability, now because well, even before when it came to jobs, you don't want this job. You're not going to do this. Oh, it's like, yeah, I don't think you're supposed to be walking like that. Oh, you're dragging, like, no, yeah. And it's like, oh, we don't have a working elevator. Or you're going to get tired of walking from the parking lot here every day. And the black part. I would have never guessed that you would talk like this. Wow, you're so proper. You're so like ladylike. Oh, I've heard ladylike even. Who they hate black women so much. But then after, it's like I don't know which one would be my Hulk form because people don't like both versions of me, my undiagnosed and my diagnosed. So many friends who like I would tell them what's going on, but they didn't believe me. So then they got tired of hearing from me, but then I talk about it more because I'm like, no one's listening. Why isn't anyone listening? And with She Hulk, I kind of feel like no one was listening to her. Throughout the series, it's just she would say her wants, her needs, and but at the same time, there were some times where she wasn't listening to other people, and that's one of her downfalls. So I feel like once she starts listening to other people, then maybe other people will start listening to her. And maybe I need to look inward and see if that's my, you know, my fault. Like I feel like I like everybody told me that I listened to them. So part of me feels like, okay, your turn. Because even with the one client that used the wrong type of gas or oil or whatever in his quote unquote super suit, I'm surprised she didn't ask him like what like or even ask, give me the step by steps of what you do, or give me the equipment so I can look and see, like, and even take it to a specialist. She didn't do any of that. And maybe it's because no one else would know much about that technology since it's by a specialist who does things just for superheroes. But I would have at least checked on it before going to court. So, yeah, there's some parts of some of the episodes where I'm like, that doesn't make sense. A lawyer would have done their homework. A lawyer would have gotten somebody because she ended up looking real dumb that day. But thank you so much for listening to the Handy Capable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handy capable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.